The world has heard them laugh. The world has seen them cry. The world has watched them rise, fall, and attempt to rise again. But never, not quite like this. In episode 144 of Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley, titled The Tough Questions, Feet. TODD Chrisley and Julie Chrisley. The curtain is pulled back even farther than ever before. Gone are the pristine portrayals of a picture-perfect Southern family. In their place, raw honesty, simmering pain, and unflinching introspection rise to the forefront. The Chrisleys, TODD and Julie, aren't just answering questions, they are living them, wrestling with them, bleeding through them. And for a family so famously built on bravado and bright lights, their recent darkness only makes this moment feel that much more human. This episode isn't just a podcast, it's a confessional, a reckoning, a deep-seated cry for understanding amid a world that has, in many ways, either turned its back or sharpened its tongue. And at the center of it all, Savannah Chrisley, daughter, podcaster, interrogator, healer, a young woman carrying a weight heavier than most people twice her age ever will. A family restructured, a legacy on the line. The Chrisleys were once cable TV royalty, stars of USA Network's Chrisley Knows Best and the seemingly untouchable faces of Southern success. But fame comes at a price. For TODD and Julie Chrisley, that price manifested in legal battles, prison sentences, and public disgrace. Since their convictions and incarcerations, the family dynamic has shifted dramatically. Savannah, the middle child, has stepped into a role no one asked her to play: caretaker, truth seeker, protector. Unlocked became her platform, a place where she could connect with fans, control the narrative, and invite others into the ongoing evolution of her family's story. But this episode is different. It's not about celebrity gossip or motivational fluff. It's about pain, guilt, resilience, and the gut-wrenching journey toward redemption. Enter the prison walls. Virtually, from the start, the tone is unmistakably heavy. TODD and Julie's voices echo through the podcast via recorded phone calls from their respective federal correctional institutions. The warm, well-decorated podcast studio Savannah sits in is a visual contradiction to the stark reality of where her parents now reside. Yet the distance, oddly, seems to foster clarity. With limited time and monitored conversations, every word feels chosen, every pause, pregnant with meaning. TODD speaks first, and his voice, though confident, betrays an unmistakable edge of weariness. "You want the tough questions," he says. "Then let's not pretend we've got anything left to lose." It's a staggering line. It drops like a weight into the room, and it's only the beginning. Savannah, the catalyst? Savannah doesn't coddle. She doesn't shy away from the hard stuff. As the host, she walks a fine line between daughter and journalist, and in this episode, she pushes both her parents into emotional terrain that even the federal court system didn't fully expose. She begins with what many have wondered. Do you blame yourselves? The answer isn't simple. Julie responds first, her voice soft and steady, tinged with unmistakable sadness. "I blame who I was before all of this. I don't blame God. I don't blame the system. But I do carry the weight of every single choice I made that brought us here." It's a rare admission, one not wrapped in the usual language of injustice or public relations defense. It's raw. It's accountable. TODD follows, but with a different tone. Where Julie is reflective, TODD is fiery. "I think the system wanted to make an example out of us. But yes, I played a part in our downfall. I trusted the wrong people. I wanted to build something bigger than myself. And somewhere along the way, I lost sight of what mattered." Here lies the duality of the Chrisleys, the preacher and the performer. Both are broken. Both still believe. Marriage under fire, love under pressure. One of the most poignant parts of the episode comes when Savannah asks her parents about their relationship. Are they still as close? Has prison fractured their bond or fortified it? Julie's answer is candid. "We're not together in the physical sense, We haven't touched each other's hands in months. But emotionally, we're probably more connected now than we've ever been. Because now, we have nothing but the truth. Todd adds, Julie is the strongest woman I've ever known. And I've tested that strength in ways no husband should. But through it all, I know she still loves me. And I still love her, even from behind these walls. The weight of their separation is palpable. These aren't just prison sentences, they're tests of covenant. And in the darkness of federal confinement, their love has somehow managed to flicker on. Facing the critics, Savannah doesn't dodge the controversy either. She confronts her parents with the public's perception. Many believe they were rightfully convicted, that their wealth was built on deception, that their fall from grace was earned. Todd doesn't flinch. Let them believe what they want. Those people didn't see the nights we prayed over our kids. They didn't see the fear we felt every day this came crashing down. They only saw the headlines. Julie adds, We're not asking for pity. We're asking for understanding. And if people can't offer that, then so be it. God sees the truth, even when the world doesn't. It's a sentiment Savannah echoes frequently on Unlocked, the desire to tell the story behind the scandal. And in this episode, that story finally feels full. The kids left behind. Perhaps the hardest questions revolve around the family's younger children, Grayson and Chloe. With Todd and Julie behind bars, Savannah has become their legal guardian, a role she never imagined she'd be thrust into so soon. Todd breaks down talking about it. Every night, I replay the last moments I had with Chloe. The way she hugged me, the questions in her eyes. She didn't understand why her papa had to go away, and I didn't have the heart to tell her the full truth. Julie's voice shakes when she speaks of Grayson. He's growing up so fast, and I'm missing it. That's the hardest part. Not the food, not the walls. But missing your children's lives, that's the true sentence. Savannah doesn't cry, but her voice tightens when she responds. I'm trying. I'm doing everything I can. But I miss having my mom and dad to lean on too. And at that moment, the listener is no longer listening to a podcast. They're witnessing a family trying to rebuild in real time. Faith, forgiveness, and the future. Despite everything, the prison cells, the public scrutiny, the emotional scars, Todd and Julie both speak with unwavering faith, not blind faith, not performative faith, but a gritty, forged in the fire kind of belief that something better is coming. Julie references her daily Bible reading. Todd talks about finding fellowship with other inmates. Savannah shares how she's been attending therapy and seeking spiritual mentorship to stay grounded. God didn't bring us this far to abandon us, Todd says. I believe this season has a purpose. Julie agrees. We may never return to television. We may never reclaim the life we once had, but we're going to fight for each other, for our family, and for whatever future God still has planned. Redemption isn't a destination, it's a road. The tough questions isn't about tying things up neatly. There are no clean endings or magical conclusions. But what it offers is something far more valuable. Transparency, redemption in progress, and the unfiltered humanity of people who have been dragged through the fire. For Savannah, this episode is a landmark, a defining moment in her journey from reality TV daughter to respected media voice. She held her parents accountable. She asked what needed to be asked, and she let the world hear their answers, uninterrupted, unedited, and unforgettable. The legacy continues. By the time the episode ends, it's clear that Unlocked is no longer just a podcast. It's a lifeline. For Savannah, for the Chrisley family, for the thousands of listeners navigating their own storms. Todd and Julie may be physically locked away, but their voices, their faith, and their fight for restoration have never been louder. And as Savannah signs off with a quiet, heartfelt, thanks for listening, one can't help but feel that the toughest questions still lie ahead. But so do the answers. In the end, the Chrisleys are doing what they've always done, sharing their truth. Only now, it's not scripted, it's not glossy, it's not always easy to hear, but it's real. And in a world increasingly craving authenticity, Maybe that's enough. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.